Like we're live, so welcome back. Today I'm going to be building an IRC client in Go. So the reason for that is because of this bot, which I worked on. It was about a week ago. And the way I connected to the IRC client for Twitch, I used this external library, which is nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine. But the thing is, I like to have as few dependencies as possible. So I wanted to build my own. So I'm going to build an IRC client. Like more of a library really, where you can work with it using functions, and then going to use that to be able to connect to the Twitch IRC and then use that for my bot. So that is the goal. So I don't know very much about IRC or networking in general, so it's going to be a big learning experience for me. Go makes some things pretty easy though. So if I just make a main.go file, package main, and then we can import, we're going to need a few things. So I think we'll probably use log, and then we need net. So that is how we're going to connect, using the net package, which is in the standard library. So now, let's make a main function. And then we'll just do connection is, we also need to handle the error, I think, is net.dial. And then we need to put the IP address in here. So it is, let's see, I'll just use freenode for right now. Whoops. There we go. So you need the IP as well. You need to put something else in here. So I don't remember what that is exactly. Let me look at net.dial. Net.dial. Yes, I forget exactly what we need. So let's see. Ooh, yeah. So you need to put the protocol. So that's going to be TCP. There we go. So that should work. And then we can do con.close. And you don't need a semicolon. We can actually, I think, defer this for the end. So just like that. And I think that's all that we need, and then we do actually connect if I did everything right. If I did everything correctly. So if I run this, log imported not used. All right, yeah, because we didn't handle the error. So I'm going to make just a small function, handle errors, and that's going to take an error. And then if error is not nil, then we'll do log.fatal error. So there we go. Now we will use it. So error, handle errors, error. There we go. So that should work. And now, we did connect and then disconnect. So, that's pretty good. Now we need a way to actually read from it. So we are going to need some sort of, let me actually do this like this. We're going to need a loop. It can just be forever, and then we'll just break by using like Control C or whatever. So we are going to need a way to connect to it. So we'll need a few different things. We'll need buffered IO, and then we'll also need net slash let me see, I don't remember how it's called. Something it is proto, let's see, text proto. Yeah, text proto. That is what we need to use to get the stuff. So it's text proto. And then we can use the buffer to make a reader. So in Arch Linux, what are you using to have separate tabs? How do you mean? Like in like two windows like this? Is that what you mean? Because I'm using awesome window manager. So that is how I do that. So we can make a reader here, and that is going to be buff.io new reader. Yeah, and we're going to read the connection. And then from there we're going to make a text proto, and we are going to do let's see, I think it's text proto dot read reader. It's something like that. That might not be the exact syntax. We could look, I suppose, in text proto. Read. Let's see. Read. Reader. Let's see. Is it new reader as well? It might be called that. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So it's new reader. I know you have the corner some numbers. Oh yeah, yes. So that is different desktops essentially. It's just built into Awesome Window Manager, and a few, like most window managers, I'm pretty sure have that. Different applications. I don't really have. It's just different desktops. So you could have like a terminal open on number 6, and then yeah, you can just go back and forth between them if you want different tabs. But it's just Awesome Window Manager. It's just built into that. I think there's a way to get that on like desktop environments as well. Like let's see, what are they calling it? Like KDE and such. I'm pretty sure most of them have something like that built into it. New reader. What we want. So we're going to read from it. Okay, yes, hello there. Hello. Let me do it. There we go. Hello. Okay. And then from there, we want to actually print out the request that we get from it. Now, the thing with that is it is going to show my IP. So I want to do it on a separate window for security reasons. I don't really want to leak my IP. So this come by default in Arch. No. So you get to, in Arch, by default, it doesn't have any desktop environment, window manager, or anything. So basically it's just a TTY, so it's basically just a terminal, right? And then you have to install whichever one you want. So you can install any window manager or desktop environment. So I installed Awesome Window Manager. And then you just set it up. Yeah, and you do have to configure it. So that is kind of how Arch works. You configure everything yourself. Yeah. For the most part. So yeah, I don't want to leak my IP, so I'm going to be doing that on a different screen. And then, let's see, so this, and then we just want to read from that. So, yeah, so this can be, let's see, I think it's like the, data that we're reading. So that reminds me of something I had built in school. I had to implement an IRC server in C++. That is very cool. Yeah, I've never implemented an IRC client at all before, so this will be a learning experience for me. That is cool that you had to do it in school, though. So this could have an error, and then we can just do read line on the connection. So, I think it is something like that. Maybe actually we don't have to pass anything in. We will find out. Okay, and then we can print line of the data that we get. But first we have to handle the error of error. There we go, something like that. So I'm not going to run it on here, because if I did it right, then it is going to leak some stuff. Yeah, so I didn't import format. Okay, now let me try it. And then, okay. So, yeah, so that did actually work. One thing I can do is if strings.contain data, if it has just a small part of the IP in there, then I will not print it. So there we go. So then I should be able to run it here, and it won't print the IP. I need to import strings, though. I just want to make sure it works, and then I will do that. So let me do that, and then let's see. All right, yeah. So now it won't print that, so I can actually run it here now. Yes. All right. Do you think Angular is a bad framework? It really just like it all depends. I have not used Angular though. I don't really use JavaScript much at all. So, but really, if you like using it, then just keep using it, you know? Don't worry about if someone thinks it's good or not. As long as you can build stuff with it, then that's what matters, right? Yeah, so... Alright, so now we can read from it, but we need to send stuff to the server. So, yeah. So basically, let's see. I think we can, let me... Alright, so we can just sort of send up here, actually, the login information. So right in here, we can do fprintf, and then on the connection, we're going to send a message. So this is going to be the nickname, so like coding, for example, and then the username as well, and let's see, something like that. And then I think we also need to do like, let's see, something like this. Yeah, something like that. This is actually like real name, so I'll just do like name or whatever. Something like that. I think that will work. So let's see what happens. So it's looking it up, and then let's see what it says. Yeah. So we might lose some information since we're not printing it with this, and I might need to open it up on without that. And then do it on the second screen. Because we're kind of stalling here, so yeah, end of file. So let me actually get rid of this. So I'll just comment it out for now. And then I'm going to do it on my second monitor, where you cannot actually see it. Yes. Strings imported but not used, so I can comment that out as well. Yo, what's up, Schooly B? How are you doing? How are you doing? Alright, so Domain not found. Alright, so yeah. Want to see if I can get this working. Yeah, I think it cannot find the host name. Yeah, and I don't know why. Yeah, registration timeout. So I might be doing something wrong in here. Let me look at connect to IRC server and go. I want to see, like, what do you have to send exactly? Yeah, so I've been looking at this one. That might be helpful, but I want, let's see, does this have an example? Okay, so, yeah, okay. Let's see, I don't know if I'm sending the right thing. So like this nick and then the user, maybe I have to do it in a different order. Let me see, I'm going to run it over here. Yeah, it's still planning next project. Very cool. So you're going to be using C++, right? And did you have something in mind on what you're going to do specifically? Okay, let's see. Okay. Yep, so download those. Yeah. Okay, that's not helpful. Perhaps this one. So, let's see. Let's see what I can do here. So this is how you connect. It's the same way. I just want to look at when they're sending the data. What do you have to send exactly? Let me see. So, yeah. What do you have to send? So here, send data. Yeah. So they send user. Building CLI tool for teachers / instructors to manage. Very cool. And you're gonna be using C++ for that. C and C++. Very cool. Very excited for that. Gonna do some streams on as well, right? So this has 8 instead of that. And let me try that. I know that it all has to be unique, but I think it says if it's not unique. Run it over here because IP reason. Okay. Let me try chat. For sure. Very cool. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't want to connect. So I think I should define some constants up here so they are easier to change. So like the domain, which can be chat.renode.net, and then the port, which I will set to 6867. Yeah, so we have TCP, that is fine to be hard coded. And then user can be coding, and then nick can be coding as well. And this I will also put the that, and they put someone there. I don't think it really matters. Okay, something like that. So then I can just put these in here, and it's easier to reference them. So this, I'll actually use sprintf for that. Alright, and then, yeah. So I want to do, this can be %s. %s, there we go. And then I will put the domain and port. There we go. Let me minimize this. And let's see. So that should work properly. And then here we can put the user and the nick. There we go. So let's see what happens now. I'm going to actually uncomment this now so it doesn't leak the IP, and let's run it. And unexpected new line. Let's see. Where? 26. Alright. Oh, I forgot the close. And also I think this needs to have a new line in it. No, not there, actually. In the username and the nick. I think something like that. Alright, so let me run it now. Undefined strings. Yeah, I need to uncomment that again. Okay, there we go. Let's see. So, I think it failed. Because in here, it says this. I couldn't look up hostname. But then it connects. So mine doesn't do that. Alright, let me comment this out. Actually, I'll just go like that. And then I'm going to run it over here again and see if there's anything that got cut out that was important. So yeah, could not resolve your host name. It says that, and then it says my IP address, so that's why I'm doing it over here. Yeah, and then it stalls. So I don't know. Let me try that. I guess I'm not running it. Uh-huh. Yeah, it doesn't seem to connect. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, let me see. So what am I doing wrong here? Mm, um, so am I doing this wrong, perhaps? Or this, I mean. Let's see. So they do that. Yeah, that should be fine. So that's like the same way I'm doing it. Uh-huh. So I don't think I'm doing that wrong. But it does not seem to be sending the message properly. Let me actually do this again, but print it to standard out. Can I do it that way? Maybe. Standard out is not fine. Is it? There's surely something standard out, right? Okay, I'll just do regular printf then. And I'll just do that. If you want to, I can send you the link to the source code of the server I built in C++, so you can check what data is expected. It's a basic implementation action, but it handles client connection and all that. Yeah, that would actually be very helpful, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so it prints that out properly. Huh. Okay, so following the IRC, so normally it should be pretty much correct. Okay. Okay, that would be very helpful. Let me just, because they are sending it and it connects. Maybe it's the server I'm using. Let's see, they connect to this one. Tolkien. Tolkien, yeah. Wait, no, I don't want to run it there because it has my IP address. So, it does actually connect to that. So, huh. All right, here is that. Let me open that up. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's open it in here. Oh. So, let's see. Can't send link here, but I got the link. Okay, so client. I'll look at these two. So let's see if I can. If you like it and it does the job, that's all that matters. That is true. I agree. Agree with that. Okay, so let's see. Where is just the where it connects? What data do you need to send? So nick user identity. All right. Authenticated. So handle request. Let's see. Start. Okay. Normally it's in the command center. Okay. Okay, commands. Oh yes, okay. Join. Well, it might not be join. It's probably off or something, right? Maybe it's join. Because that's for joining joining a channel, right? Yeah. That's what it looks like. So what is the what would it be called? Mode. Who? Maybe I don't think it's who. Probably it's like authentication. I don't know. So let's join. Oh, there we go. Command. Yeah. So Nick. So this name. Okay. Need to authenticate first. Okay. No nickname given. Alright, so you can't have that in the nickname. Nickname is already used. Okay. Okay, check if user already saved. Check the command parser. Okay, let's see. The IRC parser? Is that what you mean? Oh, well, let's see. So I found this here, though. Let's see, where was I at? It was in here, I think. To know where exactly everything is and everything where it should be. Oh, okay. So in here. Okay. Ooh, okay. And I think my internet is dying. Yeah, the bitrate is dead on the stream. Okay, so let's see. Okay, message. Command. Yeah, let me see. Is there? Parse command. There we go. So. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let me move that. Where is the... let me go back here. So, user. So it looks like you just need the user, and the password. Do you have to send in a password? That could be the problem. And I'm gonna have to register. That could be it. That could be it. So maybe, let's see, how do you send the pass in here? Command pass. Yep, let me go here. So, yeah, so what is the prefix for that? Let me see, in here. Yeah, so let me, that is not what I need. No, that's not in here. Okay. 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 So, where is it called from? Okay. Yeah, so here's the prefix. Alright, let me try to send it with a password. And you might register there. So prefix is set from the main.cpp file. Alright, I can look there. Where did it go? Let's see. So main.cpp, not ccp. Yeah, okay. So here, IRC. Port and password. Okay, well, let me try. So just sending a password. So that is it just pass? Is that the, could that be it? Let me try that. Okay, pass equals. So I'll just do that. I don't know if it's gonna work. And then just send. You know what? This is not gonna work because I am not doing this correctly. So I need to do like, I need to actually send this. So user. Let's user. That is part of the problem. So let me actually try that as well. Because I was doing that completely wrong. So that probably didn't help. And then let me also send the path. And actually this needs to be down here. Okay. Alright. So yeah, then it sends a ping thing and we have to send something back. So I can do that. I think I can do if things dot prefix has prefix, I think. Has prefix. all right, so, and then in the data, if there is ping, then we want to strings dot trim, is it string? I think it's trim prefix actually, data, and then we want to trim off ping space. And we want to actually send that back to the server. So we can do, because we have to verify. Because it did actually send it now, so it wasn't doing that before. I think that is how that will work. So I think I can comment this out actually. And then if I run it, okay, whoops, there we go, let me do that. I didn't mean to comment this out, I meant to do this. Some example of the connection process. Alright, yes, that will be helpful. Give me a second. Alright, so now it shouldn't print the IP. Yeah, okay, it does. If I run that, whoops. Okay, yeah, so it sends that ping, and then we want to actually send it back. Okay, yeah, we are getting closer, making progress. That didn't actually load for me. There we go, now it loaded. Okay, yeah, so we can look at this. If I open this up, thank you for that, I appreciate it as well. So, yeah, so that's supposed to be the real name. I'm not gonna actually put my real name though. Yeah, so that's basically what we're doing here. Actually, it shows sending the nick first though. I don't know that the order matters, but we can try it. Yeah, but we need to send this ping back, and I think I am doing it wrong. So let me look. We actually want to do trim suffix like that, and then send that back. Okay, maybe it didn't work. Okay. Yeah, but this is sending, it sends like one of these, and it wants you to send that back, and then the subsequent ones it wants you to send pawn, right? Or there's some like, yeah, sorry, I think my internet is dying, so that might be why it is like. I can try just sending pawn. Send pawn. So I do apologize if there is some of that. The password we need for password protected servers? Okay. So let me try that. Should be sent first. See, so it sends this, so I'm supposed to send that back, right? What doesn't... Yeah, I didn't look up timeout. Yeah, and then it died. So, okay. So this should be fine. What it is sending here. I think. So we don't connect though, because it doesn't give us a connection successful message. Let me change that to that. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, so it times out. Has multiple mandatory parameters. Okay. Yeah, well I put them in here. These ones. You have to put them first though, actually. That's for the nickname. Let me go to user. Okay, there's actually a lot. So user, yeah, star. Can I do like that? Yeah, if you don't send every parameter, but these are the parameters, right? These two. what can I send for those parameters? Let's see. Messaging between users. That's what I want. Where is username? Okay. Mm, okay. This second one, or this one is supposed to be a star though, right? But what are the parameters that I can put in there? I don't see it on here. But I probably am just missing it. So let's see. Messaging between users. Is there something else on that? Mm, okay. Nick of the user. If user tries to register. Okay. So let me see. Huh, full name. Yeah, so I don't need this. Okay. Join command. Alright. I can try that. So I'll do it here. Join. And then just like free node, right? Something like that. I run that. What do we get? Okay, it didn't send anything back. But alright, I think it might be masked by this, so I'm going to let me do that, and then and that's going to put my IP, so I have to do it over here, and I can see what it says. Perhaps I'm doing the join incorrectly because it doesn't respond to anything with that. So let me see. Where's join? Join. Yeah, so that didn't work still. Let me that and then get rid of this one. There we go. Alright, so let me look at join. 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 Where is the join command? Yeah, so join message. Let's see, does it say here? Yeah, join that. Alright, so that should be fine, right? What response do you get though? In the server. Alright, let me try to send a message as well and see what it says. So, can I try that? Let me see. So, join that and then type message. Let's see, and then text. Is that how that works? RFC 2. Right, so yeah, request for comments. Oh, here we go. It's right here. RFC editor. Okay. Open that up. Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's see. Responses are for each one. So let's look at join. Join message. There we go. This one right here. Okay. So what join message do we get? Join. So parameters, channel, and key. So I don't think we need that. So numeric replies. Okay. So, all right. Join a channel. All right. So it should be sending back information about that. But I did not get any information. So why did I not? So hang on, there has right here. Yeah, join. So that's what I'm doing here. Do I have to do it? No. Should be fine here. So join, let me try chat. Okay. Uh-huh. It doesn't say. Okay. This probably will break stuff. Because they're going to try to send it a bunch of times, but I want to see. Yeah, so it doesn't say anything. Uh-huh. Let me put this back just to test it. Yeah, that is not what I want. So, is it sending Pong? Let me do just to see if it's actually reading that properly. Okay, it is. So that is fine. But it's still, I'm not getting any response for joining this server. Let me look here. Do you print the word? Yeah. So every unless it has this in here, which is just to mask the IP, we don't print the response. So I can other than that, it prints it out in here, and then also in here we print something there. But I can try this again to see, because maybe the IP is in every response. I didn't think so, but let me see. So I'm running it over here now. Okay. Yeah, so I still don't get a response. Yeah, so I'm putting it in every case now. It just prints it unless there's an error, but it crashes if there's an error. So, yeah. And then, yeah, and then it closes the link. Registration timeout. But it's in here. Yeah, so they send this. And then they connect down here, I think. Yeah, so they send ping and then pong. Yeah. So that's the disconnect. Do they? Okay, yeah, so they don't show anything about joining in here. Yeah, but this is basically what I am doing here. I don't have like this nice functions or anything, but it is more or less the same. It's the same server, right? Or I'm using chat. Let's see, IRC. And then I'll run it over here. Yeah, so I just registration timeout. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. So let me look that up. Look up registration timeout. IRC. Let's see. Because that is the error I'm getting. Is registration timeout. It also says the IP address. So yeah, put this back. Okay. Registration timeout. Actually, let me do that. Then okay. Yeah, so registration timeout problem. Yeah. Actually, I can do, I think I need to do this. So, like that. And then put that in there. Like that. Let me do that. And I forgot one of those. There we go. With everything, I also used an existing client and was running Wireshark in the background to be able to see the IRC traffic. That way I could see the requests/responses. Yeah. I should probably set that up. I do have someone shared with me a Rust thing that they built. And it is a client. So I could probably use that to connect as well. Yes. Hang on, let me look at this really quickly, and see what this says. Yeah, so I'm trying to actually send this back. So I'm gonna try to get that working, and then I will set up this and see if I can connect to the same server, and see the. I don't know if I'm gonna set up Wireshark though. That sounds like a pain. But I could probably see some stuff that's going on. But so in here it sends a ping here, so I'm trying to send that back, but I think I'm doing it wrong. So let me do no trim suffix. Because that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, something like this. Okay. Maybe it is strip prefix. Let me actually do the same thing, but just print f. Print f like that, and then yeah, trim suffix, and then let me see what it actually says. If I run this, yeah, I can't do that, so I need to do like yeah, like that. And then if I run it, yeah, so that is, oh, it says pong thing. Yes, we want to trim prefix perhaps. That could be why it's not validated. Okay, so that's sent it back. Yeah, and it still looks like it didn't work. So, trim prefix. Do I? Okay. Okay. So. That is what I am missing from here, right? Because in here, they send nickname, username, and then the ping request. So I'm just trying to send that back. So I don't know how Wireshark is installed on Linux, but it simply captures every package that is sent to you, and you can filter. Yeah, but I don't want to set it up and then have it on stream. And then like it has my IP or whatever. Like if I was just doing it off stream, then I probably would set it up. You know, no, does that make any sense? Because I don't know if it says that, because I have used it before. I don't know if I have it installed on here. I do actually have it installed. Yes. Let me actually try connecting like that. So telnet, 7. Actually, that's going to do the same thing. So let me actually do it over here. Uh, 667. Okay. Okay, yeah, so that is, it actually connected over here. So, Your IP on the internet is, yeah, that's not a good thing. That's why I'm being very careful with this, because it does print the IP, so that's why I have it to censor it. Yeah. So that is why I'm being a bit cautious about things. But that did actually connect properly over there. I did that. So let me see if I can try to replicate that same thing. User is that. So I sent the nick first. Okay. Let me try that. And let me see. So it sends, yeah, so, So I send that back. So let me try that one more time, actually. Dude, this is my first time using CMake. It's cool, but the setup is kind of annoying first time around. Yeah, I've never actually used CMake, so it looks kind of complicated though. But it is probably helpful if you learn how to use it. My actually broke. Let me .3 Alright, so I'm trying to connect using the same credentials. So Alright, so yeah, so that does work over here. Let me quit out of that. And then, I think, let me not connect here. And if I do, get rid of that, and do a new line here, actually. Like that. And then, run it. Let me see. And, okay, nickname is already in use. Yeah, because I just set it up over there, and I think it didn't properly disconnect. Let me change it to 1, 2, 3. And then, have to go. Good luck building this client. I'll check the VOD on YouTube if you upload it there. Well, I definitely will. It'll go up in a few days. Thank you for your help, by the way. And have a good rest of your day. Okay, there we go. We actually connected. I did get it. Yay. Woohoo! Yeah, so now we're connected. So that is, it was literally just the new line was missing there. Yeah, hopefully there's nothing sensitive in here. But now I can try to actually connect after, yeah, so after we connect, yeah. That's pretty cool. So there we go. We connected to the IRC. So, yeah, let me try to join now. If I send this join, I want to do that after it connects though. So, we just need to check if there was a successful connection. If strings.contains data, and then let's see. So what is something in here? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so so what is something in here that we can use to test? So does it send random news? Might be able to come back later if you're still there. I'm probably going to stream for about another hour, and then I'm going to go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to try to join Freenode. So let me see. Let me just do that, and then I'll send this, let's see, this one, yeah. Try to join something. Freenode. Let's see what that does. Alright, go run. And let's see what happens. So it has to connect, and then it sends the request. And then we connect, and alright, it joined the channel. So there we go. Now we can actually send messages. So I think something I can do is make it take user input, and then actually use that as the command. So I could just type in here, in here like user whatever, and then that is what we use as the command, at least for testing purposes. That would probably be useful. So, yeah. Let me make a function, send data, and then, oops, and then in here we'll actually take the connection, which is a .con, I think, and then we also need a string. So message, which is a string. Format.printf, we'll print into there. We want to, yeah, let me actually quit out of this. So, quit out of that. Okay. So, yeah, we want to just print the message, but with a new line at the end. Alright, so we'll send that, and then let me get rid of the new line up here, because we don't need that many of them. And then I will do, instead of this, I will just do send data, con, and then user plus user. And then the same thing for the nick. Oops, no, there we go. Yeah, nick plus nick. Okay, get rid of that. I can get rid of this as well. So yeah, we need a way to scan the get user input. So I don't remember exactly. Actually, it might be from the reader. Let me just do let's see, probably scanf actually. So scanf and go. Let me see if I can remember how to use that. So scanf, yeah. So it's like in C. So what we can do here is just yeah. So in the main loop, we'll just do format.scanf. Whoops, and then we're going to scan it into a string. Let's see, and then we will send the string to the, yeah. So let me make a string. So it's a string which is actually input, and we'll just put the pointer to input in here, and then let's see, then we'll just send data input. All right, so let me try that actually. Alright, yeah, I need to actually send the connection as well. And then, whoops. Okay. So argument to print f. Okay. Because it needs to be f printf. That's my bad. Alright, let me try that. And now, alright, so it is waiting for user input, so I can just do that. And it is going to send everything. So once it connects, we do have to press enter every time, but yeah, so we'll just go through all these. And then see, it should connect. Let me see. Skip through all this. Alright, and then I'll just do join check. And it should send that. It doesn't seem to have sent anything. So did I do something wrong? Okay. Let me do this. Let me get user. Because I don't know that that's the right way to do it. Scan line. Maybe that is what you're supposed to use. Let's see. Print line. Scan line. Okay, let me try that. So scan. Just pass the input in there. And then send it. Okay, so let me do that. And let's go through all of this. And we'll send all that and then connect to the server. And then, let me see, do I still connect here? I do, so it should connect to everything. It might not. Alright, let me do join. Yeah, so that doesn't work. It might be the way that I'm handling it, because it kind of interrupts the whole thing. So, let me count this out. And then go back to this and actually use that for all of this. So, send data. And then, yeah, join data like that. We don't need any line. And then we will send the data here as well. So, we want to send. We don't need to print it. We want to send what we have right here. So I can just go ahead and copy all that and put it in here. Okay, and that should be good. So we send that. Alright, let's see. So input declare to not use. So I can comment it out for right now. Run this, and it should go through the connection still. Yes. ping sends back a pong, and then there we go. And then we connect, and we connect to Freenode. So then at this point, I want to scan for input without interruption though. Yeah. Let me see if there's something like that. Yeah, without interrupt. Because it interrupts the whole loop. Is there a way to do that? Uh-huh. Yeah, without stopping. So let's see. Is there something like that? Because that would be quite helpful. Okay. Yeah, I don't want a library. So let me see if what's the best way to do that? So maybe let me close some of these things here. Start that actually. Not that one. That's not what I meant to. Not what I meant to do. There we go. Nope. Hit GitHub. Okay. There we go. So. Uh-huh. Alright. This is not what I wanted. So. Okay. So what is a way that we could detect when we want to get user input? Maybe if there is no data. Yeah, maybe we could do that. So if len of data equals 0, then we can do all this stuff. So let me just uncomment this, and then we can leave that one right there. Do this right here. There we go. Okay, so now if I go run main.go, I think it is 0 right now. So okay, then we read that, and then it goes through. Okay, and alright, so join, or let me do private message, Freenode, hello. Let me try that. So, will that work? Alright, let me actually try to just, let me try to send one here. So, send, let me get rid of this. And just private message. Hello. Like that. And let's see if that will work. Input declared and not used. Yep. Okay, so run this. And then, let's see, ping. Then it connects. And we go through. For general, alright, so it did something. So let me join chat instead of freedom. Alright, let's see what that does. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, not enough framers. So I did not send the right thing. So, oh yeah, because I need a space there actually. So that is part of the issue. So, alright, let's try that. And now it's loading. Whenever it decides to go. I think my Wi-Fi died. Starting to die at least. Okay, did it send a message? I don't know how to see if it did. Okay, it sent something here. Okay. Uh-huh. So let me actually look at this. So this was, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but it's a Rust project. That somebody who was watching the other day, New Fashioned Cow actually submitted. And I took a look at it on stream. I think we could use that to help us. I don't know if it actually shows the IP, so I'm going to be edit the config actually and connect to Freenode. Alright, and let me see if that'll work. So, it didn't actually work. There we go. I used the wrong thing. So, kernel run. Let me see. So, something broke. Let me move it over here. Yeah, so it does that. I might have this. Let me change the username to 4. Okay. Well, I think that this sends the things by default. So, gotta move it back over here. Yeah, so it doesn't want to work. The error is okay. It might be something with Freenode. Let me make sure I did the IP correctly. IRC.Freenode. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that all looks fine. So, yeah, it doesn't want to connect. Libera.chat. Let me try that actually. Yeah, so it doesn't work. And I don't know why. Yeah, I'll need to look into that. So that doesn't actually work anymore. So what is something that we can do? So I want to be able to easily send data. Let me try to connect to actually like a Twitch IRC. I forget what it is. I think it's something like that. What is Twitch IRC? What is what I want? Yeah, I don't know that if this will leak something or whatever, but I'm going to try it. So, what is the irc.chat.twitch? Is that what it is? I forget the. Actually, I think I had the domain in one of my repositories, the Twitch bot. Yeah, in here. If I can find that. I have it in here. Let's see, Cobbot. Yeah, this one, which I'm using right now. Yeah. Let me make sure it's still working. It is. Okay. So, yeah, I have the IP in here. So, well, I think. Maybe not. That reads it from the file. Maybe it's actually not in here. Okay. Thought it was. It seems to not be. So I need to find it somewhere else. So, that twitch.tv. Okay. Let me try that. Quit out of that. Run this and see if it connects. Improperly formatted. Yes, you have to authenticate a different way. With that. So let me try to use telnet. Maybe, and let me see. So that tries to send something. Oh, hang on, I forgot the port. Let me try that. Okay, so connected to that, and then what do you have to send back? Okay, so yeah, I need to send the token, I think. So I think I can use the same thing that I have in there. So it's TwitchBot. There we go. Yeah, so I have in here, I don't want to show the token because it is as sensitive as a password, but I have this read token from file. And then I can actually copy that into here. Yes, like that. And then actually copy the file over. So if I do that, give me a moment. Let's see. Alright, now the file is over here, so I can read it from file and then get the token and send that here. So, the token is read token from file dot client. There we go. And then I can get the token and send that, I think, as the nick, perhaps. Perhaps. Something like that. So let me try that. I don't want to accidentally leak something, so I'm going to once again do it over here. Okay. I need to import OS actually. Alright. And if I run it now, Improperly formatted auth. So I might need to send it a different way. Let me see. So how did they pack and okay, yeah, so I think so I don't think I have to send the user actually. But I do have to send the pass. But this just uses the same thing. So I don't know, I'll try that. See what it says. Yeah, it says improperly formatted auth. So let me look at the documentation. So what do we have? What do we have? What do you have to send? Alright, so join. Yeah, joining a channel, Nick. Authenticating. Yeah, so let me look at that. Because this is really what I'm trying to do is connect to this. And if we have these up here that you can set, then it'll be pretty easy to interact with it. So yeah, that is that is that. So access token. How do you alright, pass? Yes, that's the token. So that is when you send as the pass. Okay. So the nick is actually going to be bot. And then that, let's see. So it still says improperly formatted auth. So it's not quite right. I might need to Alright, let me actually get rid of this stuff. Because I might need the ping still. So now if I run it, nick user, okay. So okay, this is for WebSocket. I want like IRC. Yeah, so it just ends the file, so that's not quite right. So if you don't send the pass and nick messages in the correct order, oh, so you have to send pass first. Oh, okay, I see. So I can do that. There we go. And now if I try to run it, okay. And it did actually connect. So I think I can actually show it here because it didn't send any sensitive information. So it sends this. You are in a maze of twisty passages all alike. So I think we want to actually connect to a server. So we can do join. And we want to try to join. Let's see. How do you join the chat? So I don't know what the command is yet. Let's run that and see what it responds with. So it didn't respond with anything. Okay, how do you join a chat in here? Okay. Yeah, so this is what it sends there. Okay. So we're done with that. And then joining a chat room. That is what we want. So join bar and foo. Okay, so yeah, so let me try to join that is the Twitch name. Will it join? Yeah, okay, so I don't know how to let me try to send a message then. Join and then let's see, something like this. Hello. So I don't know that will work actually. You can try it and okay, it didn't send anything. So I don't think it worked, but that is okay. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, end of names list. Existing users in the chat. The bot that joined. Okay, so Alright. So I don't know, how do you send a message then? Send and receive messages. Let's look at that then. So, private message, channel name. Alright, yeah, so it's not sending the message properly, but maybe we can do it in here. And it's going to try over and over again, so it might spam if it connects. But it might also not work because I have the other bot going, so that could be a problem. That could be a bit of a problem. Ooh, okay. But it is working. You can see it sent a message, test. So we can actually get messages from chat now. Okay, we just need a way to send messages. Yeah, because it's not quite working. Maybe this doesn't need a comma actually. So, yeah, ooh, okay. So that does actually work. So I don't want to send it every time. Let me see if I can send it right there, and it will work. Yeah. So I actually, I can open up the chat to actually show. Pop out chat. Move it over here, and you can actually see. It sent a bunch of messages. So now if I run it, it should connect and then send one message. All right. So hello. So that is cool. Hello world. Yep. Have to say that, of course. And it should connect and say hello world. And there we go. So now we actually connect without using an external library other than standard lib. So yeah, and we can actually get it does print out here whenever a user sends a message. So it'll say hello world when it connects. Okay. Hello world, and then I can say hello Toddbot, and it will show up here. There we go. So there's a bit of a delay, but it did actually work. So that is pretty cool. So now we can just look at the messages and then do things accordingly. Yeah. So we could probably have something that parses the messages. So whenever they come in, rather than just printing them out, it will send it to the parser, and then we can do different things based on it. So we can look at here. So this it's a private message in this channel, and this is the user who sent it, I suppose. Yeah, and then this is okay. Yeah, so I think this is the user that sent it, the first part. So yeah, so then we could sort of do that and then assign it to like a struct. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. So let me move this over here. And then, all right, Trapwin, if that is how you pronounce that, I don't know exactly. Just followed. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so now we can get that. So let me clean some of this up because I still don't want to print the IP, so I leave that. This is basically what I want. I'm going to try to extend it out to be a bit more general purpose rather than just for Twitch, but right now this does work. And I'm going to make it like a library, so you can call functions based on different stuff that happens. Yeah, so that is the plan. So I can get rid of this as well. I'll leave the pane though, because I don't know if we get that. So I'll leave that there. And then don't need that. Okay, so this is all that we need here. So we can send a message when we join. And then I'm going to make something that just says parse message, basically, is what we want to do. So basically, parse message of the data. That is going to be a function. So function parse message. Yeah, so we need the connection. We probably don't need that, actually. But we do need the message, which is a string. And then we're probably going to return return a struct, I suppose. If we make a struct, so type struct. And this will just be private message, I suppose. That is what it will be. So whenever we get one, if it's a private message, we will return that. So this is going to have a user. So that is going to be username, which will be a string. And what else did it have? So username, maybe this could just be message, and then that could be one of the types. And then yeah, we could make an enum, which actually is like this. So message type. Actually, there's no name. So this can be private message. Can be one of the types. And then yeah, so just a type, which is the name. And then also what else was there? And then the channel. I don't know that we need that, but it does need the message, which is a string. So yeah, something like that. So then we'll look at the message, and we're going to return this struct. So we'll return a message. So yeah, we will just return message. Or not message. It will be called let's see, chat. Yeah, sure. So chat is a new gonna bounce. Take care, man. See you later. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and good luck with your new project that you're working on. Okay, so yeah, I will make this a chat, which is a message struct. Maybe I'll just yeah, like that. And that's gonna be kind of confusing with this, so I'm gonna call this message. Okay, so we get that, and then we can get the type. So if we can basically just do if strings dot contains, if the message has a private message, then we'll set the type chat.type equals private message. And then if strings dot can, or then we want to look at the first part of it. So just the prefix. So how do we do that? Yeah, that's basically what we want to get, is the prefix from there. So how can I go about doing that? Okay, so this is, yeah, so that is the username, is the first part right there. So that is what we need. And then the message. So the message is the part that follows that. So I think we can do trim prefix. So basically just trim prefix. Let's see. Ping, it did send a ping. So we can do that by, we do it down here actually. So trim prefix. Yeah, strings dot trim prefix of that, and then all the way up to what you want to trim. So trim, whoops, trim prefix of the message, and we actually want to set let's see, a chat dot message equal to that, and we just want to get rid of it all the way up until that part. So how do we do that? Up until space colon. So it looks like there's no other ones. So I will have to adjust this a little, but I think we can do something like that, and that should be the message. And then we just don't have the username, but for now I think we can just do chat.username equals coding just for testing purposes, and then return chat. So we will do that, and then if and then we'll make this, which is chat is that chat.username equals coding, then chat.message. So I will try that. Otherwise, we don't want to print it. So let me refresh this, and we do have some syntax errors. So 45. Type does not work. Do I need a comment? Nope. Okay. So what did I mess up here? So did I mess up the structs? Let me look at structs in Go structs. Did I mess up the syntax? Let's see. Name, okay, that should be fine. So maybe it is the type is not valid. Let me just see chat type. Sure. Okay. And then if I send a text, I print out that. So I don't want to print it out every time. Why am I doing that? Oh yeah, so I can just get rid of this so it doesn't print it every time. And we only print it, dang, it still prints it every time. So what did I do wrong? Test. Oh, because we're setting the username equal to that every time. So actually, let's just do if string.type, or chat type equals private message. Then we will do that. So there we go. It still does that though, because it gets set to private message every time. So let me do else chat type equals none. And then I'll just make a none type right up here. None. There we go. So now let me run it, and then if I say something, it should. There we go. Okay, so it did actually. It almost worked. Now we just need to. So the chat.message, yeah, it gets set to that. It doesn't strip it properly. So how do you actually go remove substring up or remove string up to substring? Basically what I want to do, and I forget how to do that. Yeah, it's trimming basically. So yeah, it's really trim up to substring. That is what trim a string. Let's see. String type trim. So I want to, yeah. Nope, that's. So yeah, I want to get rid of it up to that point though. Trim left. Yeah, that might be what I want. So let's see, trim left. Alright, that's not exactly right. So, trim space, no. Trim suffix. Let's see, I want to trim up to a certain character. Trim up to character. That's not what I want exactly. Alright, so I don't want replace. That is not right. I need to up to a character. So up to this, let's see. Where is it? If I go here, actually, yeah, so it does that. Let me not trim the prefix then, and just set it equal to the message for right now. Yeah, and then it will actually print out. So if I run this now, and then it goes here, and then do hello, it will print out the whole thing. So I want to trim up until here. Just get rid of all this preceding part. So that is what I'm trying to do. And I think there's a function for that, but I don't remember how to do that exactly. Strings.index. Alright, so I could do that. Is there a simpler way? Or, alright, so I guess that'll work. So, alright, so let me do index is strings.index message, and then just, let's see, I want that though. Can I do that? Or it might have to be single characters. That's not exactly ideal. If index is not equal -1, then I'll do this equals message up until index, like that. Else I'll just do cat.message equals message, and there we go. So let me try that, and it might not work because it's a string. Maybe it will though. Hello. Okay, so it didn't send anything, so okay. Hello, okay. Alright, so what can I do about that? Let's see. Alright, so I think did I actually do it in the wrong order? So it need to be like that. Test. Okay, so that is almost right. I just want to get rid of that part as well. So I think I can do actually just like index equals 2. Then run it, and then hello. And we get that. And if I do something like that, then what does it do? So it does still print that out. So hello there, does this work? And we get that. So there we go. Now we can get that, and we get the user. Because it is actually in the, oops, it's in here. We have the username. We don't actually set it, so I need to do that. So yeah, let me actually print the entire message again. So let me just comment, let's see. I'll just do this, and there we go. So then we can see what the whole message is. So test, and then, alright, so we need to get the username, which is right here. So, basically, I think we can do like trim suffix. So, let's see, strings.trim suffix, and then message, and you just want to trim off the exclamation point, because it looks like that is what it is. So exclamation point, we'll trim that off, and then we can just do chat.username equals that, and then I want to just format.print line chat.username, and I can see what it is. So if I run that, this whole thing, test. Okay. So we didn't get the username. We don't want to trim the message. We do want to trim the message. So, do we want to trim prefix? Let me see. So, I don't think that's right. That's before, so I don't see why that would work. Test. Trim suffix. So that is printing the whole thing out. Okay. If the type is private message, if that.chat type equals private message, then we'll do all this stuff. So then we only do that on a message. Okay, and then test. Okay, and so we don't get it properly. So we want to trim it to this point. So I guess we can do the strings.index thing again. But we don't really need to do that though. Because trim prefix, so that trims it off to there. Uh-huh. Alright, yeah, I'll try the index thing. So index equals strings dot index message, and we want to just get that. And then we want to just get rid of the first part as well as that. So we can just do this is message that index. There we go. Something like that should work, I think. So now if I go and I do this test, and okay, so we do print it out right here. So that is good. And we also don't want the first index. So let's do username is that, and then chat.username equals message, and then anything after 1, after the first index. So let me try that. Username declared and not used, equals, yeah, I'm going to use username. There we go. Then run it, hello, and there we go. Alright, so perfect. So now we trim off that. Works with my username at least. I don't know about everybody's, but so we can do this. And then we want to just print, chat.message, okay, as well as chat.user name. Alright, and then we have to fix this again, so this is actually working, so we'll not do that. And there we go. So now we should get the username and all that stuff. So, hello. And then, hello, Comcode. Alright, perfect. So, I don't want to actually print it on a different line. I want to sort of pretty print it, if you will. Can I actually just print the chat? What happens if you try to print a struct? Hello. Okay, yeah, so that's good. So we get all the information. So this is the username. This is the type, which is private message. And then this is the actual chat. So it should be, can be as long as I want. There we go. Yeah, so that seems to be working. So now we can actually respond based on input. So that is pretty cool, actually. So, yeah. Let me get rid of this. And then, actually, I'll put that back because it might be useful later for testing purposes. But then, basically, we can do if chat dot message dot, let's see. Actually, I think it's strings dot starts. Actually, I don't remember exactly. I can look in here, though. In here, I have yeah, so basically just check if so just check if the first character, if chat dot message 0 equals a bang, then equals bang. There we go. Then I want to print the chat. So then we should see only when, so if I can just type something, it doesn't print anything, but if I type a bang and then something, then it does print. Okay, so now yeah, now we can actually do commands. So I can remove the dependency on this and actually move this to use mine rather than that. So yeah, this is the private message. So yeah, so I could do that. Hello there, lunatic I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that last part. I'll just call you lunatic. How are you doing? How are you doing? Alright, so let me actually change this back. So it doesn't just print it there. So I just want to print it the whole time. But here we can, we can actually set it to be a command equals true here. Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. So now if I run this, yeah. Okay, so it does work. Yes. Alright, so that is very cool. Yes. So, okay. I think I will actually go ahead and all good. What about you? I am doing quite well. I got this working. So it is an IRC client which connects to the Twitch IRC. And then using just the standard library, it connects to it and then actually can parse messages that are sent. So that's pretty cool, I think. Let me actually commit all this, even though it's in a pretty unfinished state, but I want to commit it. So, got it working. Actually, I need to do something first. I need to add a git ignore for that, and then also name. Let's see. Yeah, so I think that is all that we have. Yeah, so let me see. So git add dot. Let's see. So added. Implemented the start Start of the Twitch IRC client. There you go. So I'll just push that. Push. Let's see push. Alright, and then it should work, hopefully. And, oh shoot. Okay, so, made a mistake. Alright, I need to, delete this, actually. Alright, give me a second. Ignore. Okay. And, okay, there we go. And then, yeah. So now, and, okay. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. And, okay, so that should all work now. Okay. So now, if I go back into here, so, let's see. So I do have enough to implement everything that I do in here. But I kind of want to make this more of a package that we can just import into here and then use the different functions. So I need a way to do that. So if we parse all the messages and then we just want to, so let me look at how this works. So whenever we get a private message, where do you take inspiration for these projects? I see that you work on completely different things all the time. Well, so I just kind of, if I see something that is interesting to me, then I just want to learn how it works and then actually try to implement it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess a lot of the inspiration for my projects comes from Soding. I'm assuming, probably know who he is, but yeah. That fellow right there. Yes, that is, I get a lot of ideas from his streams. And then also just from things that are useful to me, you know? Like this is particularly useful because, for executing commands, on Twitch, one I bought for that. So yeah, nice streaming. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's where a lot of my ideas come from, and then just from different things that I find useful or interesting. Yeah, and I just like working on different things, to kind of jump between, because I work best that way. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I want to do something like this, where when we get a private message, we can detect that, and then just execute this function. So we could just import it and do a similar thing to this. So on private message, and then yeah, parse the message like this, and then we could just sort of drag and drop replacement for this, you know? User join message. Yeah, so I don't really need that. So that is sort of what I need to do. So I'm not sure exactly how to build packages like that in Go, because I'm fairly new to it. But yeah, so we have that. Let me just look. So so we have that. So let me look at how this is done. And then, so we have a struct here. Wish I had time to work on things I like. Currently stuck with JavaScript. Need a job, so web dev it is. Yeah, that is where the money is usually. Web dev or like AI stuff. Yeah. I think for me at least, web dev is like the least interesting. Like mostly front end stuff. Not very interesting. So I know what you mean. Okay, so the way this works, so we create that, we read it, and that's not it. So access token, client. All right, yeah, so we need a client. So, and that is how it's all done. Discord, yes. I did set up a Discord, yes. So you can join that, and then I'm going to start posting on there, like when I'm about to go live and updates like that. Balls Jaws is a nice name, by the way. I do like that. Okay. So yeah. So I could probably look at this actual bot. Okay, yeah, if I just grab that, and then I want to look at sort of how it's implemented here. Kind of a lot of stuff in here. Let's see, is there just client.go? That is probably where I need to look. Just at the struct that they have in here. Yeah. So there is the IRC of Twitch. Okay. Yeah, user. So, okay. we could do that with a user. Name and display name. Message. Okay. Hit type message type. Okay. Mm-hmm. So. Whisper message. Private message. Yeah. So this is something that. So there's a few different things. Like I don't need all this stuff. So that is part of the reason why I'm trying to make my own, because I just want to implement the things that I need, and then if I need something else in the future, I can just implement it. You know what I'm saying? So where is like the client though? I want to see that. Is there just a client stuff? Let's see. Type client. Yeah, that is what I want. So this, yeah, and then it has the attached methods. So I would like something like that, I suppose, would be useful. Okay. So yeah, I'll probably do something like that. So I will just make a make something up here. So something like type client. Doesn't necessarily need to call that, but I'll call it that. Struct, and I'm not going to count that exactly. And then this will just kind of contain the information for the IRC that you need. So we'll need an address, which is going to be a string. I need a port, which is a string. There we go. And then yeah, so you need the username. So not all that is the same exactly. So on the Twitch IRC, what do you need to pass? So you had the token, and then the nick. Yeah, so we need a nick and a token. So, nick, or the password, which is also a string, and then the nickname, or maybe it should be called like bot name or client name string. Hey, you joined to the Discord server. Yes, I appreciate that. People are joining. I'll open that up after the stream probably. Okay, so that's all that we need for right now at least. And then we'll attach the different functions to this. So basically, I want to be able to initialize that and then call different things. So like these that we want to connect, we could make like a func connect, and I want to connect or attach it to the client, like that, and this needs to be called connect. And it needs the, well, it doesn't really need anything because we have the client. So I think something like that will work. If that's how you do it. I don't remember exactly, but I'm going to capitalize that. So I can do that, and then we can do connection and error is dial, and then we want to use TCP, and then we want to use want to do the same thing, but we want to use the client dot address and client dot port, something like that, and then yeah, we can handle the error. Which I'll probably handle there a better way, once I'm actually using it. But then, yeah, send that'll work. And then we need a way to close it as well, because we want to close it at the end. Yeah. So, client.join. Yes, then at the end we'll have a client, and this will be disconnect. And we want to do basically the same thing, but we just want to do, the client probably needs a connection as well, though. So I can just set, client.con equals con, and then I'll set up the connection up here. So this is a connection, and this is a net.con. I think that is how it's called. Let's see, I use it somewhere. Yeah, net.con. So that is good. So we'll set it to that, and then we just want to do client.connection.close. Okay, so I think all that should work, and then we can use the client rather than this. So we initialize a client like that, and then we do let's see, client.connect. Then that should connect, so we don't need this anymore, or this, and then we can defer client.disconnect. Whoops, .disconnect. Let me actually capitalize it for idiomatic purposes. Okay, so then we have that, and then we read the token, and then this con, it's actually client.con now. So for now I'll just do this, but then I'll add the methods for actually doing these things. So client.con, and then client.con. Alright, and actually I can probably just query replace it, but alright, so all that should be fine. And then in here, let me see what errors we get. So if I run this, unfaded client at the end of statement. Okay, So is that not how you define that? Uh-huh. So how do you actually because that is the type it should be. I forget exactly how it works. Let's see. Do we have a struct in here? We don't. I do have one in the door. And let's open main.go struct. And yeah, I want to look at how it's initialized. Oh, I need to do var. I forgot. Yeah, I am just made it stupid. There we go. Var like that. And now if I run it, undefined con. Okay. So I was expecting 128G. So right here, yeah, we want to do client.con. There we go. Run that now. And then connection refused. Okay, so it did not work. Because we don't actually set up the thing. So client.address equals domain, and then client.port equals port, and then it should connect. Okay, and there we go. It looks like it connected, and then I think I can send a message, and there we go. So now it's working, and we have an actual struct for that, and we can attach the methods to that, in order to work with it a bit better. So I can get rid of this now because I don't need any of that stuff. So let's make an authentication one. So, and it will be for the client as well. And then this is just it's called auth, and we just want to do client dot we want to send the data. So we can use this function for it. Send data client dot con, and then we want to send pass plus token. So let me actually call this token rather than password. Right up here, token, because that is really what it is. So client dot token, there we go, and then also the name. Plus client dot nickname, or it was client name. There we go. And that should be essentially what this is. So we can do client dot auth, and it's not going to work because we don't actually set it up with it. So we need to do client dot token equals token, and then client dot nick equals com bot, and then it should authenticate properly. And okay, it not work because it's not nick, it is nickname. There we go. And okay, it's no, because it is called client name. Yes. Okay. There we go. That is what I want. There we go. Now if I run it and it connects, perfect. Okay, so now we can authenticate. Then we need join as well. So client.join, and then in here you just pass the server you want to join. So in this case it'd be like coding. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty simple. So client join, and it needs a server, which is a string. And then let's see, so then we can do send data client.con and join, and then also the hashtag plus server. There we go. So we can do client.join comp coding, and that should work like that. So now if I run it, it should connect again, and it worked. Perfect. Okay, so that's pretty good. Pretty good so far. So then we have this. So this is just sort of the on join message. I don't know that I really need that. It's useful for debug purposes, but I don't think I'm going to make a method for it. But okay, so that's pretty good thus far. Okay, so so we can also parse the private messages, but we need a way to sort of detect when we get a private message. So how can we do that exactly? Not sure. Basically, I want to trigger a flag, and then yeah, if we get a message, so maybe I could do that, and then I can do client dot private message equals true, just something like that. So it's just like a boolean value, which I'll probably think of a better way to do this, but for now, yeah, private message, maybe as private message, which is just a bool, yes, and then as private message equals true, and then I don't have to, I will print it out probably, and then let's see, so then basically we just need to go through, and then if you get a private message, gotta go, have a great time. Thank you for watching. Yeah, have a good day. Okay, so yeah, maybe there's a better way to trigger it. So let's look at this. So this actually on message, it calls that. So how does this on clear chat message get set? on clear chat message. Is there, let's see, so it's right here. So basically I want to trigger that. So I don't know exactly how to do that. Let me look. I'm going to have to go pretty soon. Okay, so go trigger method on bool, basically is what I need to do. Yeah, but I want Golang. Alright, trigger method. Okay, so that's alright. Alright, that is Alright, trigger method if true. Maybe that is. Let's see. Trigger. Is that a that's just a package. That's not what I want. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how to go about doing this. So well then here, yeah, we can do if client dot has private message. Then yeah, then we can just print that message. So that's basically how it would be handled in let me think, in the bot that we're actually working on. We import this and then we would check that if there is that in a loop. There is no chat. Yeah, because chat is not there. So maybe I need like most recent message or something like that, or just a message. Trying to think. So chat. Yeah, we could just set that. So just the current chat. Chat, which is going to be a string. Maybe I'll move that more up there. Alright, chat, which is a string. And we'll set the chat equal to that. And then, yeah, so chat equals chat. Client.chat, rather. Whoops, I messed it up. There we go. Client.chat equals that. Then we can print line client.chat. And it's actually not a string, it is one of these structs. So I can move this struct up here. There we go, like that. Okay. So instead of being a string, it is a message. Now if I run that, there we go, and then test, and we don't get it, so it didn't work. Okay. That is private message. Can I set it to false by default? Equals false. Does that work? No. Okay. So maybe I need like an init function. For now, I will just do this though. Client.has private message equals false, and then I'll also set it false into here. False. There we go. So now if I run this, okay, and then test, and it still doesn't print it out, so that doesn't quite work. Maybe just client.chat does not equal nil. And then we can set client.chat equal to nil. And then we can do that. So instead of this, we can do client.chat equals nil. That might not work though, but I can try. So, and then I can get rid of the whole private message thing. So maybe if it's a pointer. Okay, yeah, and then we need to set it to that. Okay, and then test. Okay, yeah, so it still doesn't work. Alright, well, I can just move it down here for right now. But I will need a better way of handling this. So, yeah, I can change that to not be a pointer anymore. There we go, and then not is nil, but just, let's see. Okay, if true, then do that. Don't set it to nil though. Then it's just gonna print out over and over again. But I want to try that. So client.chat. Okay. So run that. I didn't get rid of this. Okay, and then 20G there. Okay. And yeah, so it just prints out that. 1, 2, 3. And okay. So that does work. Yeah, so it does work. So whenever we get a new chat, it will do that. It's not exactly perfect yet. I need a way to trigger the method whenever we actually get a message. So I will need to do that. Okay. So we have that, and then that's most of what we need for the thing. Because we have everything else. We have the auth and the join. This is just sending a message. So maybe I need a way to actually just say a message. So yeah, I can do that probably. So I can be client, and then say. And that is going to take a string. So message, which is a string. And then, yeah, so we just do send data, client.com, and then we'll just send the message. So private message in the current server. Let me do ASP.NET for this. Yeah, so this is hashtag current server. Oops. Okay, and then we just want to send that and then the message. Okay, so client.server, and let's see, client dot no, not client, message, something like that. Does client has the server? Maybe it doesn't. All right, yeah, maybe current server, or just server with the strings. Then when you connect, we set the server equal to that. So, and then client server equals server. All right, something like that. And let's see. Okay, unexpected new line. Whoops. Right here. Oh, yeah, so I forgot that. There we go. Okay, it connects, and then test. Okay, so that all works, and I didn't actually test the method, so instead of this, we want to do client.say hello world, and we don't need a new line. I will put a new line up here, though, for consistency. Okay, so then, if I get rid of that, it should say hello world when it joins, and it worked. Alright, perfect, so now we can have it say stuff. So I'll just do a quick test, so if it is that, and then if, chat.message, after that, basically. So equals test, then we will just return test. Let's see, client.say hello username, hello test. There we go. We'll just do that. Hello test. Okay, so now if I connect to this and then do test, and okay, so it didn't work. Oh, it did work. All right, perfect. So it's just a bit laggy. Probably because I have two bots being hosted at once on my computer, but that's okay. So there we go. That works. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to go in about 4 minutes. So I'm going to sort of do cleanup stuff, and if anyone wants to say anything or anything like that, then yes, now is a good time to do that. So that's pretty good. So here is where we can set all that stuff. Yeah, so this is, I'm going to work on it over the next couple streams. Get it to be a package that we can just import into my project, and then use it like how any other library package would be. So I think that is pretty cool. So let me commit all this stuff. Okay. Yes, alright. So get commit -m. So basically implemented client struct and a couple helpful methods. Alright, so I will push that. Okay. And let's see. So let me close all these things because I don't need them right now. But yeah, so it is starting to take shape. Let me update the README, and then I will probably end the stream. So basically, simple IRC client, within Go, specifically for use in my Twitch bot. Maybe use for my Twitch bot. For my Twitch bot, currently a work in progress. Alright, so that's pretty good, I think. So updated, please spell that wrong, but it doesn't matter. Get push. Okay. So, I think that is pretty good. So that worked. And then, might do a raid if there's anyone good here. So, let me look. Alright, let's see. If anyone has any recommendations, that would be helpful as well. Yeah, so in here, Let's see, is anyone doing C or something like that? There's no C, people. Alright, go. Go is relevant, so go. Okay, milky, yeah. Alright, let's see, maybe something interesting. Let's look through. So, implementing a type checker, that could be interesting, actually. Let me take a look. Gotta watch the ad first. Okay. Anti-floating point, alright. Let me just read this. Arch Linux are using that, so I'm going to read just for that. Read, as long as they accept it. Unless it's not in English. It says English, but it also says Portuguese. Yeah, it might not be. He's not talking, so I can't tell. Most of it's in English, so I'll just read. Yeah, that's probably okay.